Job's done.
Hello, fellow nerds, and welcome back to another video. That's not really my voice. So at BlizzCon, they talked about a little feature in 7.3.5 that they're going to be putting up on the PTR called scaled leveling. There hasn't been a whole lot of talk about this, and I'm kind of surprised myself because I have like 1,000 fucking questions that need answering because, well, for one, I'm an alcoholic and I want to know how things are going to happen when it comes to leveling. Like, can we level all the way through like classic WoW, like at level fucking 80 or something? Like, is it going to scale past level 60 if we still want to level in classic WoW? Because with scaled leveling, theoretically that could happen because right now you can skip like half the quests in each zone that you go to anyway. So whatever. That's kind of a different topic, but today's topic is going to be more about like what really to expect when it comes to leveling in WoW come 7.3.5, because scaled leveling is going to be changing how leveling is going to happen, and it's probably going to be more surprising to most people than you'd really expect. Because there's not only just going to be scaled leveling throughout the entirety of the game, it's going to change how you decide to level and how many quests or how many dungeons you want to do, depending on the type of player that you are. I understand that there are players out there who just want to do dungeons and just do dungeons because they hate questing. And there's people like me who I actually really enjoy questing, because for me it's faster because I don't have to rely on other people in a dungeon, because at low levels people tend to be idiots when it comes to dungeoning. And okay, so I've just done a ton of thinking. I want to get my hands on 7.3.5 PTR to do a lot of the testing myself, but so we're going to be getting scaled leveling. And for a player like me, where when it comes to leveling, I try to get to max level as quickly as possible myself, all by myself. Like, I know there are videos out there that people can level a monk to like fucking level top level in like 2.5 hours, which is absolutely insane. But when it comes to like actually just going out there yourself and leveling, there's a couple major factors that I kind of see happening, and it can be good for both players that liked the vanilla sort of leveling. To an extent, obviously, it's going to be a sense of leveling in vanilla because, for one, you can level the whole area. Like, I can level through Elwyn Forest, 100% through Elwyn Forest without being punished. And back in the day, you had to quest all the way through. At least for me, I did it because I didn't really know much better at that time because I was kind of young. But I leveled all the way through Elwyn Forest before I went anywhere else. And then I leveled all the way through Duskwood, and leveled all the way through Westfall, leveled all the way through Loch Madon, all that kind of shit, right? So when it comes to like old school type of players, it's going to feel very nostalgic because you can finish a whole level without having to worry about being punished by your experience, right? And that kind of brings me to my next point, or points that I want to make with leveling in 7.3.5. Well, for one, I really liked allied races because I pretty much planned on deleting most of my tunes and kind of starting over anyway, because it's kind of weird to think about it, but I'm actually really excited to level a ton of characters. Like, that's just one thing that I want to do. But I don't want to level all my allied characters and all that kind of junk at the beginning of an expansion, right? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who feels that way. But so my main point is this. Since we have scaled leveling, my first question is, how many zones do we have to actually level through to get to that level 60 barrier? If there is even a barrier, if we can get above 60. Anyway, so how many zones do we have to get through to get to that point? Is it going to be 4? Is it going to be 5? Because what that is going to end up doing is that's going to reduce the amount of time that you spend leveling or questing through, either Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor. At least for this video, I'm using Eastern Kingdoms because I know the areas on Eastern Kingdoms a lot better than I do Horde, just because I've leveled probably 40 characters on the Alliance from scratch. So, I got to thinking, am I going to be able to do Elven Forest? And let's see, what else will we have to do? Red Ridge Mountains. And then from there, I'd probably go to Loch Madon and Wetlands. And maybe, I want to go back to, I don't know. So that's like four zones. So how many zones are we actually going to have to go through? So if you think about it this way, when you're leveling, how much time are you actually spending traveling just to get to the next zone where you start doing quests and it takes you 20 minutes and then you have to get to the next zone? I feel like half of the time spent, at least half of the time spent leveling is just from traveling to the next zone because you've reached that level. So how much time are we going to end up saving? Like right now, I could get from, let's see, we're in what, 7.3 right now? I can take 3 days to get from a level 1 character to max level. So how long is it going to take? 2 days? A day and a half? Or depending on, whether you've actually drank energy drinks or not. But I think it's going to cut leveling time probably in half. Maybe close to it. So at least for now, that's basically my take on the leveling in 7.3.5. It's going to reduce a lot of the time spent leveling. So really, Blizzard doesn't really have to nerf the amount of experience needed to get to max level. In kind of way, I feel like it's going to be really cool. I'm going to be really excited. I'm not going to lie, I am bored at max level right now. I just have way too many tunes that are geared, that have artifact appearances, that I am crazy bored. And I got to think about, with BlizzCon, if I can level all these tunes, I'm probably going to delete half my characters, if not more. I've actually thought about deleting my main characters just to start over again. Because that's how exciting it's going to be for me. It's going to feel like a completely different way to level in WoW. For one, it's going to be nostalgic. And for two, it's going to be quick. It's not going to be painful. Because for one, depending on if you want to actually use heirlooms or not, I'm going to use heirlooms because that's how I fucking roll. But, you know what I mean? It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. So, yeah, I'm just going to stop talking. That's the end of my video. Feel free to give me a like, thumbs up, leave a suggestion, or comment if you agree or not, or kind of how you see the direction of leveling going from here on out. So, yeah, let me know. Y'all have a great day as usual, and take it easy.